Here we are looking at Jack Ketchum's off-season 35th anniversary edition. This is a limited edition published by Dark Regions Press. This book is Jack Ketchum's first novel, and this thing kind of changed the horror world. It made, I guess, what we call torture porn right now. I think Ketchum helped to start that, and helped to start it with this book. In fact, when it first came out, the publishers were so squeamish about it, they made him cut all kinds of nasty, grisly, torturous parts out of it. Not all kinds of, but some of the worst ones, they thought, in order to be able to release it in the first place. So this edition, this 35th anniversary edition, goes back and adds all those parts back in. So this is kind of as the author originally intended it. And as far as Dark Regions goes, this is one of my favorite editions I've ever seen from them. This is a very nice book. So let's take a look at it real quick. You saw the cover art there. It's amazing. I love it. One thing it doesn't have is it's just got regular paper end paper. Sometimes they put fancy end papers and things like this. A lot of publishers do. These guys didn't. So this is it's a cloth bound kind of a buckram type of binding that's going to last for a long time. This is a Smythe sewn binding. I could not find anything, and it's got a head and tail band too. I couldn't find anything about acid-free or acid-neutral paper in this book, but I am absolutely positive it is. With limited edition publishers, these guys they're not going to mess with mechanical pulped paper. You're always going to find good paper with these guys. I'm going to be real surprised the day that I find that that's not the case. I actually have seen it before from kind of smaller publishers, but not limited edition publishers. Limited edition publishers, for the most part, stick to high quality paper. Here's a look at the text. You can see we've got, it's fairly large format. Throughout the book, there's this kind of artwork down here. This is repeated all over the place, and it just kind of helps to break things up a little bit. It looks nice, and it's just cool. It does help break things up. Now, there are a number of black and white illustrations in here as well that are really neat. So there's one back here. I don't want to. It's kind of spoilerish. Anyway, this is the kind of stuff you're looking at. There's 5 or 6 of them in here. Really nice stuff. So you look at the signature page here. There we go. And look at the contents as well, because there's a decent amount of bonus material to this as well. So depending on how much you know about this particular world, they made a sequel. They made a movie that's kind of a sequel to it. It's actually kind of convoluted. I'm not going to explain the whole thing right now, but even if I understand it properly. This is a heck of a book. This is, like I said, it helped introduce torture porn, but it's not, and there is some of that in there, but this book has kind of an overarching theme to it that I think actually does lend it a reason to be, besides just a torturous type of novel. Movies like Saw, things like that are kind of the evolution of torture porn. They don't actually do anything for me. I'm not a big fan of them. So I'm not a big fan of torture porn either, but this isn't exactly that, and this does have a bigger scope to it that I really liked. So anyway, once again, Dark Regions Press did an incredible job with this book. It's really highly recommended. So Jack Ketchum, off season, the unexpurgated edition, 35th anniversary, Dark Regions Press, highly recommended stuff.